What's going on, y'all? I go by the name of K-Ray. This is No More TNF, episode number 2. Let's get into it. All right, so we just gonna go ahead, dive straight in. It's a recap of the Golden Games. You know we gotta talk about it. It's the whole premise of the first video. What would DK Metcalf run in 100 meters? We're gonna talk about that and a couple other takes that I took from the meet as you know, we kind of forecasting out to what Tokyo 2021 will look like. But in regards to DK Metcalf, the question was asked, what would he run in 100 meters? My man showed up, and I was pleasantly surprised. I did not think he would get anywhere close to what he ran. He was in last place in his heat, which, you know, I really wasn't surprised by that. But yo, it really wasn't a big gap between him and the field. He stayed with the pack the entire race. He got out the blocks good. Given, you know, he's probably only been training for about 3 months at the most, because his season ended in I want to say mid-January. That's when the playoffs ended. So for him to come out with at most 3 months training, come out run 10:36. This was also his first ever 100-meter race. He didn't run the 100 meters in high school. He was a hurdler. He ran a 4x1, if I'm not mistaken, but this was his first ever open 100-meter race. For him to come out, run 10:36, also, he probably had about 60 to 70 pounds on every other guy in that heat. Like, DK is 6'4", 235 pounds. For him to get from point A to point B in 10.37 seconds, bro, I am shocked, man. Like, I did not think that. I just didn't think he was going to do that. Like, I'm thoroughly impressed. You definitely did see a difference between football speed and track speed, but DK is definitely leaning more towards the track speed side of the spectrum as opposed to the football speed side of the spectrum. I also hope, which Otto Bowden, he mentioned this as well in the telecast, namely Tyreek Hill. We're going to get into Tyreek Hill's story in a later video, but I hope this prompts football players like Tyreek Hill, like, yo, come off the field just for, you know, for a couple months. Let's see what you can do on the track. I don't know if Tyreek Hill still have it. He's not quite as muscular as DK, but yo, this is I'm shocked, man. I'm shocked. I was excited watching it. I was at work. I had to watch it on my phone. It was legit, man. I was definitely impressed. If you look at his race, look at him compared to the other sprinters, you can tell that he does not train for this on a daily basis. Coming out the blocks, he had good form coming out the blocks. He hit the necessary angles, getting in the set position. But if you're looking at how he came out, he did not hit full extension. He drove out the blocks. You can tell he's been working on that. He did not maintain his drive phase for a good 30 meters. He didn't stand straight up, but he didn't maintain his drive phase. He didn't really have good speed distribution. But he didn't panic when he saw that the rest of the field was a little bit in front of him. He stayed with the pack the first 50 to 60 meters. That I was really impressed with. And even like the later half of the race, when he probably was feeling all 235 pounds that he was carrying, and that was more of a detriment. That was definitely a detriment to him compared to the other runners who was probably, like I said, about 60 or 70 pounds lighter than him. He maintained his form all the way through the line, man. I was impressed. I was not expecting 10:36. If he actually took the time in, and like I said, I predicted 10:06. I did not expect 10:36, 10:37. I think 10:37 was the official time. The unofficial time was 10:36, so they rounded up 100th of a second. But yeah, I was not expecting that, man, at all. If he took the time, actually trained, and tried to prepare for the Olympic trials, I really feel like he could get by Olympic trials in 6 weeks. He could flirt with 10:18, 10:19. I feel like he could really flirt with that, man. Like, the potential is there. So yeah, shout out to DK, man. He brought a lot of publicity, a lot of eyes that don't necessarily follow track and field was paying attention to that particular race, and hopefully that they stuck around and watched the rest of the telecast where you saw other great athletes performing and what they normally do. Yeah, man, it was a lot of good performances over the weekend. Another one that I would like to talk about is Rob Benjamin in the 400-meter hurdles. One of 3 guys currently who have gone under the magical 47-second barrier for a lifetime best. I want to say his PR is 46.98, if I'm not mistaken. This weekend, first open 400-meter hurdle race of the season, came out, opened up in 47.13. Yo, 47.13 in your first 400-meter hurdle race of the year. It's like I said, 6 weeks out from the Olympic trials, so he has plenty of time to improve. Between him and 2 other athletes that are vying for the gold at Tokyo 2021. The other 2 athletes have gone under 47 seconds as well. Between those 3, Kevin Young's 400-meter hurdle record, 46.78, set at the 92 Barcelona Olympics. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna last past this summer, man. Come July, I think that record is gone. Most 400-meter hurdlers have never gone under 47.2. This particular performance was the number 14th fastest 400-meter hurdle time of all time. Number 14th fastest. This was his first race covering that discipline this season. So he is primed to put down something sick at the Olympic trials and something sicker at the Olympic Games. Man, I'm definitely excited about Rob Benjamin's season. And lastly, I have to talk about, I gotta say the queen for last, man. Like, yo, shout out to ShaCarri Richardson coming out the Triple D. I want to say she went to Dallas Carter High. She won a 100-meter title outdoors 2019 at the NCAA Nationals as a freshman. 10.75 collegiate record. Few women have gone sub 10.8 in the 100 meters. Sunday, she ran 10.74 in the prelims and 10.77 in the finals. Her 10.77 in the finals was, slightly slower time-wise than her time in the prelims, but she did it into a negative 1.2 meter per second headwind. Like, she was running with the wind blowing in her face. And she ran 10.77. That is one of the fastest times all time for any woman 100-meter race, like, ever. Like, to put that in perspective, like, what her performance was, if you was to calculate her time without any wind, her time would have been calculated down to 10.69. So if we calculate her 10.69, what it would have been with no wind reading, that would put her number 4 all time on the women's 100-meter list. All time performances. She is primed to do something sick this summer. I can't really express it enough. You just gotta watch it when she run, like her start. What was scary about the 10.77? Don't even work. Forget the headwind. She typically blasts out the blocks and she's ahead of the field at 20-30 meters. She did not have, by her standards, an amazing start. She had a decent start. Like, she wasn't necessarily behind at 20 meters, but she wasn't out on top of the field. By the time she came out of her dry phase, transitioning 40, 50 meters, when she started to pull away, it was just easy. It was effortless. If you look at her face on the replay, like, total relaxation. It's the one thing I'll be trying to convey to my athletes when they're sprinting. Like, if you want to run fast, you have to be relaxed. It's counterintuitive. You think if you're going to run faster, you got to pump harder. Like, no. She was relaxed. Muscles are firing. Like, just bouncing down the straightaway. Like, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful race to watch. It's not a stretch to say that FloJo's world record may be gone by the time the 2021 Tokyo Olympics conclude. Her record, 10.49 seconds, was set at the U.S. Olympic trials back in 1988, which was the precursor to the Seoul Olympics that year, which is some controversy in regards to that world record. It's saying that it was no wind. It's saying that there was no wind indicated. There's been controversy as regards to if the record was legit. But hey, it's whatever. The record has stood for over 30 years. It's one of the longest standing world records in track and field. Who's to say she's not the one to break it, man? I love her, man. I love her. She compact, but when she come out the blocks, she got bad intentions, man. She has bad intentions. She ain't trying to be nobody friend out on that track. As soon as she come across the finish line, she let it be known, like, yo, I just destroyed you. You know that I know that you know that you're not faster than me. Like that is the attitude she comes with every time she steps into the starting blocks, man. Every time she comes across the finish line, that's the energy she's giving off, man. I love it. I love it. I'm rooting for her, man. I think that FloJo's record may be gone this summer. I think she's gonna be the one to do it. But yeah, man. A whole bunch of great performances this weekend. Those three was definitely the ones that stuck out, in my opinion. I'm a little biased. I'm a sprint fan. But yeah, man, tell me what y'all think. If you tuned into the race, let me know what you think about DK's race. If you saw Rob Benjamin in the 400-meter hurdles, tell me what you think about a 47.13 to open the season. And Sha'Carri Richardson, this is the third time in a month that she has gone 10.7 seconds. She I think her first 100-meter race in Florida last month in April, she ran 10.72, 10.74 in the prelims, slowing down coming across the line like the last 5-6 meters in the prelims Sunday, and then 10.77 into a headwind, 1.2 meters per second. But yeah, man, let me know what your thoughts are. Like I said, man, it's your boy K Ray. No More TNF, episode 2, signing off.